Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to change the carburetor on this old Craftsman riding lawnmower. It has that 17 horsepower single cylinder Briggs and Stratton engine. And I'm going to show you how to do it. So let's get started. Okay, so here's our engine. This is the 17 horsepower Briggs and Stratton single cylinder with the overhead valve. Now this one's a little more easier to get to the carburetor, which is right here. All you have to do is just pull this air filter housing off and you'll be able to easily access your carburetor. Now on the newer Briggs and Stratton single cylinder engines, you'll have to take the whole shroud cover off in order to access the carburetor. Now most of these engines are all pretty much the same what the blocks are. It's just the tops are different in the way the air filter is set up. So let's go ahead and get this off. So the first thing you're going to want to do, remove this cover. Then we're going to remove the filter. Just set that stuff aside. Then we're going to have two nuts right here, and there's a small bolt right here. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and remove the gas line. I still have fuel in it, and if you don't have a shut-off valve, you're going to probably want to maybe pinch your line. I'm just going to use a pair of vice grips and pinch the line just like this. And then I'll remove my gas line from the carburetor. Next, I'm going to remove these two nuts. They are 7/16 socket. Next, I'm going to remove this bolt. This will be a 5/16. So once you got your two nuts off and your bolt from here moved, you're going to want to pull straight out gently. Tilt up, and you'll see there's a rubber hose here. That's your crankcase vent. You're just going to want to peel it out just like this. And now you can remove your air filter housing to expose your carburetor. Now on the bottom of your carburetor, you're going to have an anti-backfire solenoid right here. Some have them, some do not. But if it does have it, just unplug your plug and just set it aside. Next, we're going to take these long screws out. It will be a 5/16 socket, a deep socket. We'll go right over it, and it'll just loosen up like so. And then you can just remove them by finger. Make sure you're holding your carburetor so when you take the screw out, it doesn't just fall down. Now you got those two screws out, take your carburetor and churn just like this. As you can see, the choke will slide out. Take it off just like this. And next, turn it all the way around. Unhook your spring. Tilt your carb, and it should slide off your governor arm right here. And now we have the old carburetor off. Okay, so at our workbench, I got the old carburetor, and then I got the new carburetor. I'm just going to compare them, make sure they're going to mount up the same. And it looks like they will. So we'll go ahead and get this one put on there. Now here's a little tip if you end up ordering a aftermarket carburetor, you know, not an OEM, but you know, something like from Amazon or something like that, you know, $15 carb. Where the choke is, that meets up with your filter housing, will sometimes get stuck. This little butterfly will get stuck in here. So like when you close the choke to start the engine, it won't want to open back up because of the little, it's just a hair too wide. So what I found out is if you take and just kind of trim around the edge to get rid of that lip, just like so. Just like that, just to get rid of that corner and give it a nice angle. Probably be a little easier with a Dremel or something in a sanding wheel, but I just have a knife. And then your choke will not get hung up on there. It'll open and close just like it should. But now if you're using an OEM carburetor, you don't have to worry nothing about that. Alright, so when we're putting on our new carburetor, we're going to want to hook up our governor arm first. We're going to slide it in a hole just like so. Turn just a little bit, hook your spring. We'll go through the little hole right here. And then we'll take our choke. We'll go in the hole in the very end. We'll slide up in, just like so. Then you're going to put it right in this slot right here. Slide it through, turn your carburetor like that. Take your two long bolts, slide it partially the way through to where it pokes out on the other side, just like that. We'll take our new gasket, put over the bolts, and then we're going to attach it to the intake. Then we'll take our 5/16 deep socket and go ahead and snug it up. Now just snug these up, not over tighten them. You can take a chance of breaking your new carburetor or breaking your intake, and that's just a mess and it'd be a waste of money. So we're just going to go ahead and give it a light snug, and that should be good. Now we're going to go ahead and plug back in the plug for the anti-backfire solenoid, and then we're going to go ahead and get everything else put back together. I'm going to go ahead and put my gas line on now, and you should have a clamp like this. It should be on here, but for some reason there isn't one on here. Alright, we're going to put our air filter housing back on. Now you'll see underneath here there's a hole right here. That's where this rubber hose will slip through. As you can see, there's a groove that will lock right into that hole. So kind of just squeeze it in there any way you can. It's a little harder because it's cold out, and it fit right in there, just like that. Now next, we're just going to go ahead and slide this back over. Make sure your gasket O-ring is still there. Slide that back over. Put our 7/16 nuts back on. And our 5/16 screw / bolt back in the top. Now you're going to want to tighten these two nuts up first, and then tighten down this 5/16 bolt up here. Next, we'll put our air filter back on. and our cover. Alright, we've got the new carburetor on. We're going to go ahead and give it its first start and see how it sounds. Alright guys, that's pretty much all there is to it. If the video helped you in any way, hit that like, subscribe, hit me up in the comments, let me know what you think. Until again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.